All right, welcome back to Patriot Lifting. Today we're in Ruby. We are over here doing a demolition job with Peach State Demolition. So there is a foot-thick rooftop on this building, and we need to remove the roof. So we got some concrete cutters here, and they've core drilled all the holes so that we can plunge some cables through and hook up to these pieces, and they're gonna cut each piece. I'm gonna take each piece out and put it on a lowboy as soon as it gets here. So stay tuned, we're gonna have a blast. You know, moments like these, I'm just trying not to get in my own head. We figured this thing probably weighs around 12, 13,000. And it's just a guessing game, really. I'm good for 26. So hopefully we're not that far off. Rigging's good for 26. We'll see. First one will tell everything. First one's also the farthest, so. Hey, can you move your machine back? I don't think we're gonna need blocks. There's a rail up under it. Okay.
And the shackles are on the other side of that track.
Just want to stack the blocks up some more?
I'll block it up some more.
Okay. Hey, where's the truck driver? Truck driver?
Yep.
How do you want these loaded and how many do you want?
If you can do them like side by side, are they gonna be as long? No, this is gonna be the longest one. This longest one? Yep. This is 32, the other 25 feet. I guess we'll just put the 32 first on the left side, and probably stack the other 225s on this side.
This one weighs 18,000, that one weighs 15.
That's what Big said?
18, 15.
Okay.
How many you want?
Two of those and one of these.
48?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna put that on that side there. Yes, sir. And how far you want it up? You can put it on the edge of it, that'll be fine. Well, how far this way? Probably right here.
I'd love for you to back up a little more.
Back a little bit.
Be great.
That'd be better.
Get away from those lines a little bit more. Let me pick it up before you do that.
Okay.
Oh, daggum! This is the new triple axle. Well, I was drilling over one of these. Triple axle Landau.
No shit.
Yeah.
A couple inches, maybe an inch.
Yeah. On that side.
He's got he's going, listen, what he has to do is pick up a little bit and I'm gonna punch the shackle where it's laying on the side.
Yeah. Or y'all can put a 2x under it. He's got a 2x4 or something.
Yeah, shim.
Yeah. Yeah. She gets that on camera. That shackle's holding that 18,000 pound piece of concrete up. Hour.
Yeah, and then after that should be smooth sailing.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying, that'd be good for everybody else.
Yeah.
I mean, well.
Yeah, this is awesome. Yeah, I feel really, really good about this.
Hey, get it out of there? Yeah, come out. We're gonna leave that good. Yeah, this is good, man. If it keeps working out like this, we're good.
Yeah, I'd love, I'm gonna talk to this truck driver next time he comes in. I wanna tell you, your skills as a truck driver to get this thing in here are awesome. Next time you come in, I would not mind if we could just get a little further away from those power lines.
I seen that, okay.
All right.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad. I know we laid this thing down kind of in the way, but next time you'll have a little bit more room to be able to get over.
Okay.
And we'll just keep you over this way.
All right.
I just got to thinking about if we have to deal with what we dealt with, just kind of fishing that stuff.
Right.
I'd rather be away from those.
You ain't lying. That's true.
Thank you. Hey driver, I'm still hooked to it. We can pick it up and put blocks under each end if you want, and that'll make it lay flat. And it won't be in a bind.
Want to do that?
I was hauling it, I probably would. If you got space at each end, stack your blocks up on the ends. We'll just set it flat on the block. We don't have to worry about anything. All right, so we had a little bit of an issue with this rail up under this piece right here. It's some sort of overhead crane thing that was on the end of the building. Whatever. So we were originally just gonna have it lean inward onto that other piece, but that kind of creates like a stress against each other. And I don't know how far this guy's going, but as the road kind of rumbles and stuff, it wants to settle and sag down more. It could push that other piece off the edge, something like that. So we just lifted it up and put boards on each end. And what that did was just eliminate any stress of them pushing together. Now the stress, the weight is pushing down, not inward. So we just have the weight on the blocks on each end now, and the weight is also not on the rail anymore. And so he can chain this thing down as tight as he wants, and it's not gonna matter. It won't go anywhere now. So we're a little bit worried about that. Just taking the time to get this guy loaded right so he doesn't have to worry as he goes down the road. All right, so they are in the process of cutting this building all the way around. What's happened is the guy got on the backside and was cutting, and the roof started to settle and pinches soft. So at the moment, they're putting my cables through those core holes, and we're gonna hook up to the roof on that side and just pick up just enough, see if we can get a saw unhung and out of there. And I'm not sure what their plan to do next is, but I know we gotta get a saw out somehow. So I'm gonna try and pick up on the roof and see if we can get a saw unhung. Yeah.
And now, if this was a wall here, it'd be fine.
Yeah. So it's hanging over.
All this would be hanging over.
And the machine's over here.
Yeah. And the machine's on
That's
that
my
piece.
problem, is the machines on it.
Yeah.
Because if it wasn't, the machine didn't have to ride on this section, we were already over here. See what I'm saying? Like, if that, it'd be fine, but you're gonna have to make this cut, finish this cut right here. As soon as he comes out of this cut and turns that way, you got all that machines on all that.
Zach,
fucking
I'm gonna ask
corner.
them. We need to put some 4x4s in here.
Yeah, it needs 4 4x4s.
Here, you go to get them real quick. All right, Morris Timber is 6.5 miles.
This saw is stuck. See? They got it tied off with a cable
Stop.
and a knot. It'll hold. Be all right.
You cut this last section, you cut 6 foot, right?
You're
on your foot there.
Because you got these walls that are holding this. Because we're cutting this way, so each wall, that side wall, it's holding.
Tell me what I think. This is what I'm thinking. Cutting out. That way he's not making as many cuts. You got no problem picking up a 6 foot section?
That's what he get ready to do
Weight
now.
wise is what I'm asking. You ain't got to.
I mean, I'd like my cheek weights on. If we got 45 minutes, I'd love to let go of this and put my cheek weights on. But
The only reason I'm asking is when he gets to here, the only way to do this and get him off, when you cut these last 2 sections, you're going to have to not pick. You're going to have to cut them, let him fly down.
Yeah.
And then
Everything got to go down.
Yeah, you gotta get the machine off till you pick it.
yeah, but I'm good getting these 6 foot here.
I'm saying,
Just that far out.
once we cut that out, we could take these, we'll still take these 4x4s and we'll move them here for extra support.
That's what I'm saying.
How do you know when you're cutting and you just think to yourself, I could die? Let me check something.
What now?
How do you know when you're cutting and you just think to yourself, I could die? Let me Let me check. So, are you thinking when you're cut? I mean, obviously, because you were like cutting away and then you just stopped.
Right here.
You win. I'm standing over
And
here.
it's rocking right here. And
Yeah.
I'm watching him do that right there. But I'm over there. He's over here doing that.
Yeah.
And it's hard for him to feel every movement.
My machine's running. He's over
Yeah.
anyways. He sees me over here. My legs shaking.
It's cheek time. We're all weighted up. So now we're gonna get a piece twice as big as the last one we got. They're having trouble cutting it where they need to cut it, so they need to take double the size, which should be fun. You know, I'm open-minded. We'll see.
Let it back down where it's comfortable. We'll have to finish cutting it tomorrow.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, no, let's do that. It's doing this. It's picking up, and it can't go any higher because it's jamming up, you know?
Yeah, we'll just have to finish cutting it. All right, good morning. It's day 2. We're out here on this demolition project, out here on this beautiful lake. It's starting to rain. I don't know what the weather's gonna be like today. I'm in for probably just as much of a surprise as you are, so stay tuned. All right, 10,000, 15,000, and yes, I'm maintaining my radius while I'm doing that. 51.1 or 51.2. Oh, she's coming up. On one side. Come on, girl. Play nice now. All right, guys, so we got it floating. It started to kind of pop up and start floating on that right side. And I had about 27,000 on it. And just kept coming up, and I started taking on more and more weight, and so I went from 27 to 34, and that kind of told me it's probably hung, and so they're gonna cut some more and make sure it's not hung on anything, but yeah, so that's what's going on right now. They're cutting more. All right, we're gonna try it again. I didn't leave any tension on it. Basically, this piece is sitting on some walls, so I dropped all tension off of it, and now I'm coming back up with it. So I'm just gonna maintain my radius so that this thing doesn't float out on me, and I should stick around 51.6. Worked out good. All right, cool.
So basically, I guess let's get this piece is about where that red little thing is. Stack them over there because I'm gonna need you to be able to drive out of here
Okay.
when we're done.
Yeah, we'll just stack it over the side. That'll leave plenty of room for everybody and anybody to get in here and out of here, so we'll have plenty of room to get out and all that stuff too. When I was pulling on it, we had 34,000 on it. So whatever piece y'all cut
Just a piece of
to release it,
one piece of rebar.
it was holding 10,000 pounds, 12,000 pounds. So yeah, so y'all just keep that in mind, but I appreciate y'all cutting it.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So,
At least now we know what was that weighing.
22.
It's not bad.
Yeah. All right, so that one went good. That was 6 foot wide by, I think, 34 foot long or something. It might be shorter than that because we cut the end off of it. I think it's 6 foot by 30 foot, but anyway. weighed a little less than I was expecting. Weighed about 22,000. I think we were expecting around 28. Had some holes cut out in it too, so I think that kind of helped us out. But either way, it lifted just fine after they got it completely cut. And yeah, so we're on to the next one. The next one's gonna be closer. So obviously, as I get closer, my capacity goes up. All a crane is just a game of leverage. So basically, the closer I get, the stronger I get. So see how this next one goes. I'm getting wet. While they're cutting, I've got like 7 grand on it. Basically enough to keep the cable straight and the straps tight or whatever. Not trying to put a bunch of load on it, not trying to guess what it weighs or anything like that. I'm just gonna let them cut, do their job, and as soon as they say it's completely cut, then I'll start pulling on it, and we'll get a better idea of what it weighs. But for right now, I'm not holding a lot of pressure on it. I'm guessing it's probably gonna be at least 23, 24,000, which I'm good for 40. So, you know, but for right now, I'm just chilling out at like 7 grand, including the blocks. So, you know, I probably got like 5 on it, which is not enough to move it. Basically, I don't want to pinch their saw or do anything to jack them up. So I'm just chilling until they tell me to lift up. Oh, you got the boards up under it. Okay.
They got boards.
All right. And check, make sure they had boards under that side, because that's a doorway. If they cut this and there was no boards up under it, it would just fall. So I needed to know that they had boards up under it, so it wouldn't fall. So welcome back to day 3. We had to leave on an emergency. My wife had to go to the hospital, so we actually had to leave on an emergency. And but now we're back. So and everything's good, and she's good. So we're gonna lift these last 2 slabs off. They've already got them cut. We're gonna get them. Well, we'll get their machine down first, and then lift the last 2 slabs off. Stack 1 up, and then probably leave the other one hanging for the low boy to come back up under so we can get him loaded and get them all out of here. So stay tuned. Trying to maintain my radius. Yeah, there we go. All right, cool. what that signal means. Let's just put it on the ground. We don't have a lot of support over here, and I'm afraid that might lean it over into the water. All right, so our hook is centered at 31.0 feet of radius. We're good for 58,500 pounds. And so I'm gonna start cabling up. I got 31 feet of radius right now. I got 6,500, 7. So in order to maintain that radius, I'm gonna cable up until that radius gets to about 31.5, and I'm gonna chase it back, and I'm gonna start booming up now and chase it back down to 31.0. 31.4, 31.3, 2, 31.1, so 30.9, and we're in the air now. Obviously, we didn't show it coming up, but it came straight up. So if you just maintain that radius, dance between cabling up and booming up to maintain the radius of where that hook is in the center of that load, you'll get it smooth and straight up every time. So lifting heavy stuff, it matters. You don't want things drifting out on you. So you always want to be able to lift them straight up. So that's how you do it. All right, so we got the first one on. This guy's got this sweet 455 triple axle Landau. So we're gonna stack 2 on because he can take it. So these trailers are really cool. I only know them as a Landau, but this is a Talbert trailer, and I believe, if I'm not mistaken, these axles slide forward and the front end of the trailer tilts up. So it's like a ramp. It has a winch on it so it can drag stuff up the trailer. And I believe it has a feature where it can actually push stuff off too. So it's a pretty cool trailer. No, it doesn't have the feature where it can push stuff off, but either way, it's still really cool. Basically, with the axles moving, it makes it easier to make turns and to be able to dump stuff off. A lot of towing companies use them. I think they're a really cool trailer. So, anyway, that's good. Hey, you want to bring it this way? All right, it's the last pick of the day. Gonna set this one on the trailer. I think this is the lightest one too. You guys have a good day. We'll see you on the next one. We're gonna keep on hooking, because that's what we do. We're hookers, and we love it.